Hello. Okay, so it's been a while since we've had a team call, and I'm excited that we're going to start doing them during the day. So the reason I did this, we used to do them at night on Monday nights, and honestly, it was so stressful for me every single week to get on that call. That's during my family time, and even at 8:30 when my kids go to bed, my husband. That's my time with him, or to maybe wrap up some things with business from the day, or anyway, it was just so stressful. And my thoughts were, I am trying to create a certain life and I want to work during certain hours. And that's the kind of people that I want to on my team. So I want you guys to do that. So that's why we're doing it during the day. Okay. And so we've got lots and lots of topics coming up, but just know that you're going to hear from some different speakers in the next couple of months, and anything that you want to know about, or if you have questions about, start making a list, and we're gonna start doing this because I want you guys to get as much out of these team calls as you can. And if y'all just love the Zoom, then hopefully there becomes so many on the call that I have to upgrade to the 100-person account. Okay, it does cost money every month, but to me that would be absolutely worth it. All right, so if you are a brand new coach, my name is Heather Dixon, and I'm the founder of Team One. And under Team One, we have a whole bunch of different teams. So Team One is now our big, huge umbrella, and it's exciting to see all of you coaches really building your teams and creating, your own little team. And here we are all working together to create and design the life that we want. So that is the whole idea for you guys. And so today I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that I feel every single brand new Beachbody coach needs to do in order to grow their business. Okay, so this isn't for someone who is a discount coach, or someone who maybe just be dabbling in the business or not quite sure. This is for someone that is ready to go. Like you signed up and you are ready to change your life and get to a certain point in your life. Okay, now if I say some things that piss you off, hashtag sorry not sorry. That's one of the things that I am, I guess, proud of. I mean, it's gotten me into trouble before, but I'm not going to beat around the bush. And there is a reason why I'm in a position in my business, because I've practiced all of these things. Okay. And we're starting to bring some of these back, and I've developed an attitude of being successful. And that's one of the things that you have to do as well. Okay. So these are your non-negotiables. These are absolutely things that you have to do if you want to build a successful, that's the key word, a successful business. Okay. And if you guys, I would probably take notes so that you can pass it on to your coaches. I mean, do you have to? No, you don't have to. Hi, Deborah. So number 1, you absolutely need to be on Shakeology Home Direct. You have to. Is it something that's a requirement to be a Team Beachbody coach? No, that is something that sets us apart from other companies, is that we don't require you to do anything. But if you want a successful business, this is something that is an investment, and it's a commitment on your part. Okay? With any business, you have to invest a little bit of something. And luckily, you don't have to invest thousands of dollars with Team Beachbody. You don't have to. Okay, this is just an investment in yourself. And why do I say that? Well, because you have absolutely no credibility, none. If you are not a product of the product, or if you are not actively drinking your Shakeology and you're not working on getting your health better, who is going to want to do business with you? Who is going to want to join your team? Okay, so that is why I say it's an absolute necessity. Now, I understand finances. When I first got started, my husband and I were struggling. I get it. So what you have to do, if money is tight and you're like, okay, I just don't know that I can afford it, you have 2 options. 1, figure out where you can cut in your daily budget, monthly, weekly budget, because I promise there are probably some things in there that you may not realize are costing you more money than it is. But, I mean, honestly, there are some smokers on our team. That costs a lot of money. Cigarettes do. And, if you cut out that one habit and worked on cutting down, you'd be able to afford Shakeology. And it's the same people that have said, oh, I can't afford it. Well, I'm going to call bullshit on that. Okay. So, there's that option. So take a look at your budget and figure out where you are spending excess money. And can you let some of those things go for a month so that you can begin to be a product of the product and feel better? Because I'm going to tell you why in just a second, why it's so important. Number two, your first goal as a new coach needs to get your Shakeology paid for as soon as you can. Okay? As soon as you can. That needs to be one of the first things. So that is 3 people that you've talked to about Shakeology or about Team Beachbody. Okay? And if you're not a product of the product, again, these people, they're going to be like, why do I want to do business with you? You don't even believe in your own thing enough to do it. Okay? So, and we have tools in place to help you get your Shakeology paid for immediately. Okay? So that has to be the absolute number one thing. And, one of the things that you can do is you can say, you can do a taste test for 7 days. So as a new coach, even if you've been a coach for a while, you can you can honestly say, I really haven't been as committed as I should be. I had to say that with my own health and fitness. Here I am, I'm saying I'm doing these things, but I'm not as committed as I should be. So you can own up to that part that maybe you haven't been doing what all it takes. And so now you are going to recommit yourself to changing your health from the inside out. And you're hoping that you can help change other people's too. So for 7 days, do a taste test of Shakeology and, let them know that's what you're doing. You are committing to changing your health from the inside out. And that there's been studies over and over and over again that have been done that prove Shakeology does all of these things: lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol, helps with regularity, gives you more energy, cuts down on cravings. That it's proven. Okay. So for 7 days, you've got to drink it every day, and you have to share every single day the things that you're experiencing from drinking Shakeology. So day 1, you're not going to experience, fat loss. No, that's not going to happen. But you may realize, wow, I'm really full for 4 hours. And having that sense of fullness is huge to people, because a lot of times they drink these protein shakes and 30 minutes later, they're hungry again. I know that's me. When I just drink a regular protein shake, I'm starving within an hour. Okay. So that's one thing that you can share, the fullness. Some other things that you can share, the cravings or the lack thereof, the regularity, energy, fat loss. By the end of the first week, you will have experienced multiple things from the inside out, and that's what you have to share daily. Okay. You also need to share how you made your Shakeology and just the different things that you noticed. Okay. So that's number 1. You have to, if you want to build a successful business. I should address this. What if you're allergic to it? Get your husband or spouse or sister or best friend or child or somebody to do it for you. Okay. And there is something that you can purchase on a monthly basis that allows you to be a success story. The Slimming Formula. I've heard it's awesome. It's not something I've taken regularly, but I'm probably going to when I get back from Summit. That is something that you can do daily, and it helps cut down on the amount of fat that you have on your body. Okay. The multivitamins, the Cordastra, the E&E. There's so many things. So it's not just Shakeology if you're allergic to it, but that is the best thing that gives you the quickest result that you can help other people change their life. Okay. Number 2, accountability. So this is going to have the biggest impact and make the biggest difference in your business. Okay. You have to plug into a system. So you have to be accountable. And this is something that you have to decide. It's not something that I can do for you. I can't. I can inspire you, but I cannot make you commit. I cannot make you choose between doing this activity and this activity. Okay? It's something that you have to do. And, you know, when I say accountability, that means you've got to plug into a system. We have a team page. You need to be regular in there. You've got to. If you just jump in here every so often, you're going to allow life to happen to you. And I'm going to talk about this in a second because it will. And when life happens, you're going to start stepping away, and, you know, you won't be as committed, whether it's to your own health and fitness or to your business. So plugging into a system is vital to being successful in your business, and you have to do it. I don't want to say daily. I do take Sundays off, but, you know, I try to report into my my team page. I have a personal sponsor page, and then I have Team One. I try to jump in, and I also have a leader page. So I jump into one of those daily, okay? And this is a no excuses thing, guys. You can't say, oh, I got so busy. I mean, literally, you're on your phone all the time. I watch all of you. And I see how often you're plugging in and posting and reporting and checking in here and, you know, all these things. So, you know, it's important to plug into your system as well, okay? What if there's not a training going on? Then, you know, plug into your back office. There's a ton of training available. There are YouTube videos that you can watch. Now, this is something I don't do every day, but I do it weekly. I plug into something weekly, okay? And, you know, if there is a training going on, plug into that. Live events. This is the one thing that I have noticed a big, huge difference in when I first got started as a coach, and the coaches on my team then, who are now really successful, all of my top leaders. The difference is that we used to go to live events. We used to show up, because that's where we got our training, was at a live event. And when we went, we were there. I mean, the energy is very contagious. And when you leave a live event and you leave people that are on the same path as you, and really believe the same way as you, and want to accomplish the same things in their life, maybe not exactly, but, you know, they want a certain lifestyle, you want to do that too. And you're going to take that energy that you just experienced, and you're going to pass it on. And it's going to drive you just a little bit longer, and so that when life does happen, you're not going to let that affect you, okay? So live events, there is a Super Saturday somewhere in your state, and it's once a quarter. It's once every 3 months. That's it. Again, you're surrounding yourself with successful people, and people that want to live a more positive life and that want to make a difference. And when you surround yourself with those people, you're going to do the same thing, okay? So there's absolutely no excuse for you not plugging into a live event. No excuse. Now, has there been a time where I have missed a Super Saturday? Yes, I have. I have missed, you know, a couple here and there. But the thing is, there's 4 a year. I've been to 3 of them, I guarantee you. Okay. And it's not always convenient. And my friends will tell you that I gripe about it every time. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go, you know, because it's on a Saturday and I want to stay at home, and or I'd rather be doing something else, but I'm always glad I went, and I always have a new fire inside of me that pushes me just a little bit more. Okay. So Summit, we're about to go to Summit next week. Next year, if you're in this business, you need to make it a priority right now to attend Summit next year. They will put your Summit tickets on sale. I guarantee you, they're going to put it on sale. Buy them, and bust your tail to make that money back and to earn your trip next year, to be able to pay for your trip, so that, you know, but that's something that's absolutely, that's such a priority. Platinum Presenters is coming up. All you guys are a part of Platinum Presenters. That's coming up in November. The tickets will go on sale pretty soon. Again, if you can get your tail to Texas, come on. It is worth the money, and it's worth your investment if you are serious about this business, okay? But the absolute no excuse one is Super Saturday. And that's coming up the week after Summit is over. So in two 2 weeks. So look in your back office for the next Super Saturday and plan to get there. Okay? Life is going to take over and you are going to get derailed. What do you think is the difference between you and me? There is no difference other than my attitude. That I know that life happens and things come up, but I have made a decision that I'm not going to let that slow me down, and I'm going to make a decision to do all of these non-negotiables that I'm talking to you about. Okay? So I have accepted that there are going to be days that I'm extremely frustrated in my business. Will you? Yes, you will be too. There are days where you just don't feel like doing certain things. You have to do it anyway. You know, there are days that I don't want to take care of my kids. I really don't. I don't want to feed them. I don't want to get them ready. But guess what? Do I have to? Yeah, I do. You know, so I have that same mentality with my business. There are days that I want to, but I have to do certain things. Okay. And that's why I'm where I'm at in this business. And I want you guys to get that same mentality and push through when life derails you. Okay. Oh, one other thing. Why does it have to be, I wrote this, I have notes. Why does this have to be an all or nothing thing? So with your health and your exercise, why does it have to be all or nothing? I hear this all the time, but I got too busy. I went on vacation. School started. Work is just keeping me so busy here. You know, okay, so you take a day off. Why does it have to be you have to do it every single day? Or, well, screw it. I can't stick with it. It doesn't. It needs to be, you know, something that you do consistently, but it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. The same thing with your business. If you just do just a little bit, you're going to do great. Okay? If you just do a little bit with your health and fitness, you're going to start achieving your goals. Promise. Okay, speaking of goals, the number 3 thing that you have to do is you have to set goals. If you don't, you're going to kind of flounder and you're not really going to know what to do, and you're not really going to know what you need to say no to in order to say yes to something else if you don't have goals. Okay? So depending on what you want out of life, you have to figure out what it is that you really, really want and what you're willing to give up in order to achieve that. Okay? For me, my goal was to lose 30 pounds back in March. Something I was willing to, I wasn't quite ready to give up was my wine. I wasn't ready to. And I didn't achieve the goals as fast as I wanted to. I lost a little bit here and there, but I didn't drop 23 pounds until I made a decision. Okay, yes, I need to give up wine for 3 weeks. Not a drop. You know, with my business, what am I willing to give up? Well, I realized that I don't need to watch TV. At first, I was like, no, I'm not giving up these programs. I'm not giving up these shows because this is what refuels me. That's an excuse. I don't need that. So I was willing to give up some things to be able to do some other things to have more time in my schedule. Okay. So, and without those big goals, I wouldn't have realized that was something, this was more important than those things. Okay. So you need to have like those big 5-year goals. Yes. But I don't want you just to focus on those. And we'll do some goal setting, a goal setting call. We'll probably break it down into several. But I just want to touch on in a second. You need to have those big ones 5 years down the road. You need to have those that you have that you want to achieve within a year. Okay. But I really want you to focus on the ones that are 6 months out, 1 month out, and weekly goals. Okay. Keep those big ones, you know, front and center, but don't focus on those big ones, because then you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to think, oh my gosh, this is so far away. I'm never going to achieve that. Right? So it's important to know what you're working towards, like I said, so you know what to say no to and what to say yes to, but focus on the ones that are 6 months out. And then from those 6-month goals, break it down month by month and then week by week. Okay. And something that Christy Jones actually shared with me today, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So those of you that are in Rise Republic, you've been using this business activity tracker, but I was like, this guy just opened. So when you set goals, it's very, very important that you track your activity. Okay. So this is something that as a brand new coach, you've got to start doing now. If you've been a coach for a while and you're ready to finally kick your business off and be truly serious about it, this is something you have to do. This is a non-negotiable. You have to track your activity, okay? You have to set goals and then you have to track them. So, one of the things that you always hear us talking about is Success Club 5. Guys, that's a non-negotiable. Last month was flipping hard for me to hit Success Club. And I want to say a couple months was too, but I didn't stop. I didn't quit. I pushed a little bit harder. I gave up some pool time that I wanted to lay out and, I wanted to do this, I want to do that. Instead, I was here and I was connecting with people. So that's what I'm talking about. How bad do you really want to achieve this? So Success Club is one of those things, non-negotiable. Having a challenge group each month, that's a non-negotiable. What if you don't have anybody to join your challenge group? Well, that happened to me this last month. So I just rolled over the one I was doing and kept going and, made a new name. And then as I hit Success Club, then I had other people to join the group and I just added them late and that was okay. But you need to have a challenge group every month because that's where the majority of your really great coaches are going to come from. That's why you want to have one. Okay. You need to get your business in front of a certain amount of people each week, not each day, each week. And, I don't invite every single day. And some of the leaders may go, Heather, shut up. But that's just not, I got really overwhelmed and I got burnt out. And that was something that just didn't work with my personality. So I broke my month up. So I have a monthly goal of a certain amount of people that I'm going to invite to join my team, a certain amount of people that I'm going to invite to join my challenge group, and if I've gone through that number of people and I still don't have anybody join my team, I'm going to keep going, but I do set monthly goals of how many people, and I break my month up into what's going on during this week. So like right now, I'm going to do a sneak peek and I'm going to do another sneak peek in the week after Summit, but like that's when I do my inviting to join my team. When I have broken it, when I'm inviting for something specific, when I'm doing a free 5-day, I'll invite to that. But I'm not inviting to join my team at that time. I'm not inviting to, so you've got to figure out what works for you. If you are that person that has to do it every day, Monday through Friday, and be very, very consistent, or you're going to start going off and you won't be able to get back, more an all or nothing, then do what you need to do. But set goals that you're going to get the business in front of a certain amount of people each month or each week, depending on how you work your month. How many people you're going to invite to join your challenge group, how many people you're going to invite to do your free 5-day, whatever. So these are part of your goals that you need to set each week and each month, okay, as far as your business is concerned. So I uploaded it just a few minutes before the call started in Team 1. It's called, just look in the file section, and it's called the No Matter What Business Activity Tracker. Oh, my Lanta, it's awesome. I just printed it out. So these are things that you've got to do each week, okay? So if you're building a business and you're serious about it, guess what? You have to post daily if you're building it through social media. I'll say that. Some people don't build through social media. So if you are, you have to post consistently daily. Have to. Period. That is a non-negotiable. Okay, so that's actually on this business tracker. You have to drink your Shakeology daily. You have to work out consistently. Maybe you don't work out 7 days a week. I don't work out 7 days a week, but 5, okay? That's on this tracker. You have to make, you need to be commenting, liking on at least 5 new friends of yours. You need to start building the relationship. Those are non-negotiables, because if you don't have a relationship, again, they're going to be like, who is this weirdo just reaching out to me all of a sudden asking to join my team? Okay? You have to follow up with people. So if you've talked to them and you've invited them and they've said, no, not right now, well, you still have to follow up with them in a couple of weeks just to see how they're doing with reaching their health and fitness goals. Not even asking them to join your team at that time. Hey, I'm just checking on you. I know that you are working on this. How are you doing with it? That's part of your non-negotiable. So set goals on, and we'll actually I'll do a call. I need to write that down. Do a call on the daily activities, okay? So go check out that business activity tracker. So set your goals and use a tracker to do it. Now, number 4, the absolute necessity. You have to set business hours, period. You have to. And this is something that I shied away from when I was talking to my new coaches in the past. I never really enforced this or pushed this or encouraged this, however you want to say it. Probably those are negative words. But, because I was trying to be respectful of someone's time. But guess what I got from that? I got coaches that decided that, I don't really want to make a business out of this. I just want to have this for the discount. And that's totally okay. But, as far as when I'm talking to a business builder right off the bat, it's so important that you set business hours right now. And if you're a veteran coach and you don't have them, do it. And I'm going to tell you, these business hours require discipline. They do. It's very easy when you work from home to let life happen and let life get in the way. It's very easy to do that. So if you say, I am going to work from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you better flip and do it. Okay? Now, what if, you got to take your kids to the doctor all of a sudden because okay, stuff happens. It does. But you have to reschedule that time. So what are you willing to give up in order to make this happen? You might have to schedule into something that you were looking forward to. It's just for a week, okay? During your business hour or hours, you have to be very intentional with your time so that you're productive and you're purposeful, okay? So you need to look at your weekly goals that you've set and your monthly goals that you've set. You need to review your schedule every day, and based on the goals that you set, that's the activity that you do during your business hours, okay? So I'll break down time blocking later. There is actually a video that I've done that's about 20 minutes or long, and Stephanie, Natalie Tuman, and I learned yesterday even more about time blocking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I keep hitting myself in the head about being purposeful during that time that you've said, this is when I'm working my business. So, I want you to once again, set your goals, set your business hour, review your schedule every day. Look and see what you got to do. And if you're working your business during that day, then based on what your goals are, I want you to set an outcome-driven schedule versus this is what I'm going to do. So let me give you an example. So in the past, I've said, okay, I'm going to work on my new coach training from, say, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So I'm going to allow an hour for that. I got to work on that. That's something that I need to kind of narrow down and figure it out. So instead of just putting that on my schedule, because I will find a million other things to do and not really get that thing done, I'll go, oh, my desk is messy. You guys saw my desk. Look at it. It's a horrible mess. I'll sit there and clean it. Or I'll get up and go do something else, and I won't do what I need to do. So during that time, if I say, okay, I'm time blocking new coach training. I've got it. So instead of saying that, I'm going to say, okay, during this hour, I am going to finalize my new coach email. I will have that done so that when I get a new coach, I have the exact email that I'm going to send out. And I'm going to make 3 videos, day 1, day 2, and day 3 for my new coach training. So that is an outcome-driven schedule versus just an activity-driven schedule. Okay? That was like an aha moment for me. And when you're setting your business hours, something I want you to make sure that you schedule in each week, and it doesn't have to be a lot of time, but you have to schedule in reflection. You have to actually look at your activity from the past several weeks and look at what you're doing now. And if your business has not changed in several weeks, and you're still doing the same thing that you were doing 3 weeks ago, something has to change or your business isn't going to change. Okay? So it's very important to set reflection time in to your business. Cool? All right, and last but not least, number 5, you have to think like a successful business owner. Have to. So some of you are rank driven. So if you want to achieve a certain rank, like if you want to be a 10-star diamond, you have to already think you are a 10-star diamond, and you have to act like you are a 10-star diamond, even if you're an emerald coach. Okay? The 10-star bonus was somewhere around, I don't know, $9,000, $10,000 this time around. That's quarterly bonus. So benefits of being a 10-star, you get a nice little payout every quarter. So if you want to be a 10-star bonus, a 10-star diamond, think like one, act like it right now. Okay? If you want to have a successful business, you actually have to think like one. You have to treat your business like a business. If you want to make 6 figures, act like you make 6 figures. Don't spend like 6 figures, but act in your business like you make 6 figures, okay? Whatever. You have to be bold enough to stand up for yourself. You're going to get frustrated in this business, and you're going to get made fun of in this business, and people are going to doubt you in this business. But if you want to be successful in this business, you have to be bold enough to stand up for yourself, and you have to be bold enough to not let their opinions affect your daily activity. You have to treat this business as if you cannot back out, as if you can't cancel. You have to treat this business as if you're going to lose your house in 3 months if you don't get off your butt. Because by golly, if I was about to lose my house, I would do what it takes to build a business. Okay? So it's very, very important to change your mindset and to begin to already think you're successful, because when you're doing that, your activity every day is going to change. You're going to say no to things that are procrastination, that are time wasters. You're going to say no to things that you think you need, but you don't. And you're going to say yes to the activities that are going to get you towards the 6-figure income. Okay? And one more thing that I'm going to say, and then I'll open it up for questions. But when you are automatically thinking like a successful business person, okay, that right there, you are taking out the excuses, okay, but you're also taking out the fact that you need to be motivated and you need to be pushed to do what it takes. You're an adult. You are an adult. I can inspire you to want more out of life. I can inspire you to begin an exercise program. I can inspire you to build a business, but I cannot make you truly commit to it. I can't force you to do the daily activities. I can't force you to give up that TV show and instead work. I can't force you. Only you can do that. I can't motivate you. I can inspire. I can provide you with tools. That's the things that I've done to get successful. But ultimately, it's you and it's your mentality. How bad do you really want it? If you say, I want this, do you really want this to happen? And why? Because like I said, you're going to get frustrated in your business. It's going to happen weekly. You're going to get to where, life is starting to pile up and you have some decisions to make. It's going to happen. But if you don't really want this, then you're not going to change your life, period. You're not going to get off your butt and drop 30 pounds. You're not going to say no to those French fries. You're not going to say no to this happy hour. You have to want this so bad. And these 5 things I gave you today are the absolute non-negotiables that you have to do in order to build your business forward. Okay? In order to be successful. Now, there are tools to use along the way, and that's what we are here for. We are here to provide you with everything that you need, but it ultimately comes down to you. Cool? Okay. Question.
It's Deb. Can you hear me, Heather?
Yes.
So I have a question. When you put a challenge out there and you do the whole, comment below if you're in, and then you follow up with them, and then what is your follow-up process? Like if they don't respond, how soon, like 48, 72, at what point do you follow up again saying like, hey, I sent you the information, did you have questions? Because I don't want to be overkill, but I don't want to lose that lead either.
Oh yeah, so I like when you give them the information, I give them a couple of days. Okay, so it's so funny because Jim is running he's about to do his first challenge group, and he is now experiencing everything that I've been experiencing for the last 6 years. So everybody's all, oh my gosh, freaking 1,000 likes. I never got 1,000 likes on any post in my life, and it happened to be about my sting husband, and so I'm so excited. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit you're going to hit Success Club 20 this month, Heather. And from that, we're going to sign all these coaches. And, I'm so excited. And then, so he put the information out there and he reached out to these people. And once he gave them the steps and the cost, cricket. And he did this on Friday night. So Friday night of a holiday weekend, he was up super late. He was so excited. Oh my gosh. And so, what's today? Tuesday. So Sunday, he's like, okay, so do I need to follow up with these people? And I'm like, yes, but not right now, because you did it on a Friday night. Yesterday was July 4th. Today people are hungover and they're tired and they're spending time with their family. So they probably haven't even, really taken a look at your message. So, he's like, do this. And so I'm like, just wait, give them till Tuesday. Okay. Let an actual work day happen. And then just say, hey man, of course he says different stuff than us women, but, basically, I'm getting ready to put the group together. You said you want this right here. I would love to get you added. Let me know what questions you have. Okay. And then that's just a simple non-pushy way, just kind of hello. And then, a week later, I would just say, hey, so-and-so, you know what? Life happens. And I know that this is probably a crazy time of year for you or a crazy month for you. I just want you to know I'm going to check back in with you in a couple of weeks, see how you're doing towards your goals and blah, blah, blah. And, and if life is better for you, I will definitely get you added to a group, right? Then you'll be the very first person I come to. So that way you're taking the pressure off of the salesy thing. You're saying, hey, I know life happens, and then by golly, you better do it. Follow up with them a month later or a couple weeks later. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, I'm going to start another accountability group. It was so awesome. I'd love to have you part of this one.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was long-winded. Anybody else? No? No? Okay. Well, awesome. I love seeing all your beautiful faces. This is fun. I love Zoom. You can tell I'm a little passionate right now. I always get that way on these calls. But yeah, you guys, I hear all the time, yes, I want to do a business. And then I just I see people fall off and make excuses. So, you know, if you're really going to do it, then freaking do it, you know, and don't let life change your future, because life is going to happen. And if you want a different future than what you have right now, you have to do something different, and you have to get completely committed. Okay? And you have to share with your coaches the exact same thing. So it's important as you get new coaches on your team and you're really growing your team, get to know your people. Get to know why they're joining your team. Okay? And be very, very honest with them. Let them know about your frustration, but let them know about the positive things that happen every day, that you love the lives that you're changing, and you love how you are more committed to, you know, X, Y, and Z. Let them know how your life has changed already, and you know, and that theirs will too, but all of these non-negotiables. Okay? Okay? Well, you have an amazing rest of the week, you guys. Oh, is anybody saying something? Nope. Oh. Okay, so next Tuesday we'll probably, I'll probably do a summit recap. Okay? And it might be a little bit longer, so just pop in when you can. It'll be a call versus a Zoom for sure. And so summit recap on what happens over, you know, next Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. Holy cow, my weeks are going. 2 weeks will be a summit recap. Next week, I'm not sure yet. It'll have something to do with that'll kind of piggyback on today. So maybe daily activities, or you know, scheduling or something like that. Sound good?
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Have an awesome week. I will see you soon. Okay?
All right. Bye.
Okay,